Spin to win cup. We got Lena doesn't know again. Griefers don't know. I don't know what's up with these team names, I gotta say. And who the hell is Lena? But yeah, their team names are wild. I'm missing out on some memes, I suppose. On the left side here on Sky Temple, the first map of our best of 3. We got Halcon on Hogga. We got the Holy Chicken on Jaina. Higon, Anubarak. Suna on Malfurion, and Istra is playing Zarya. As over on the right side of the map, it's the Griefers with Shimon Murden. Nerf Valera is playing Diva. We got Warzeus on Greymane. Zwutzi on Duranda. And Taco is playing Jaina. So, when you're looking at this, some of you might immediately say like, hey, wait a second. We have a Jaina on both sides. What's going on here? So this is basically one of the oddities in the Spin to Win Cup. Teams don't draft their composition directly, but they go to a website, and for every single role on the team, they spin a wheel and will get a hero within that range, within that role. So you still have your front line, you still have your back line, as we already see fireworks here. But you can, within that role, get pretty much anything, which also means that you can end up with a hero on each side, so a bit of a mirror match. So, it's pretty fun. It can actually be quite interesting also if different builds are getting used. Currently, the Griefers looking pretty alright. Double kill in the early game, so definitely off to a good start here. We have, with Sky Temple, now Zarya giving the blue team a lot more sustain. I mean, they have a couple of really nice synergies that they can exploit. Zarya doesn't really fit perfectly into this, but if you're looking at a Anubarak diving in with the Malfurion follow-up, this is something that you would see drafted at times. And then Jaina with some immediate burst damage behind it. Hogga with a Hoarder pulled later could technically also try to jump in. And then at the same time, when you're looking over to the right side, you have Miranda, of course. Murden, Turanda's a bit of a roaming squad, chaining the CC and the stuns, and then you have Turanda also with Marksman and can help out Jaina to get a quick kill. So there's definitely a lot of tools that the two teams can use in order to get quick kills connected and set Jaina up for victory. We have even a camp taken away now. So already some successful rotations from the red team, as they not only got the initial double kill but also stole the opponent's siege giants away. And more are being taken now. Towards the top, Jaina and Diva currently making their moves here. And this actually results in us also getting frost charts. So that's the next one. And the builds are already differentiated a bit. Frost armor on one side, frost charts on the other. Murden has gone into the Thunderburn. So it's going for the double clap here. Very likely going to go into the healing static then later on. And yeah, those little skirmishes are still persisting as they're slowly starting to make their moves. I mean, especially here in the middle, as you can see right now, Murder might even be in trouble. They're trying to lock him in with another stun, and do, but I suppose at this point you could also just simply jump out. Down at the bottom of the map, while all of this is going on, Jaina is having some troubles against Greymane. So he is able to get a lot of damage done against the bottom structures, and this is even resulting in the tower being destroyed. And as usual, if you are able to do structural damage in the game without even using the objective, that traditionally works in your favor on Sky Temple. It's pretty important here, since the objective attacks, of course, the structures directly. And now the red team is at least initially even getting double control of the temples and shots fired here. So they are moving in for Zarya, can't get the kill, but they're definitely getting a very decent amount of shots right now. There's a lot of structures destroyed, and Tyranna's holding her own against Hogga at the top. Now with Diva moving in, they're going to maintain control here. And even in the middle, where it's a 3 versus 4, they're still getting shots. Or they did for a long time. That's wild. It's a 4 versus 3, and they give it up eventually, but they soaked half the shots. They, I guess, lose Jaina now, but I would still argue that's worth it. They even had a rotation coming in from the top. Now Greymane, and he gets the kill. Greymane gets the kill. Tyranna's trying to keep everybody alive as Murden hops away, and they are making it out. So this is highly successful currently for the red team. Now they haven't soaked any of the temples completely. Diva is still trying up here at the top, but Hogga is already getting pushed back, and I would argue they're doing overall much better here. Zarya gets pushed back again. Jaina is now moving into the middle too. The red team has taken control once more. Piranha's running a little bit low on mana here, so that's a problem, but they basically soak the remaining few shots. Good Stormbolt from Mirrodin, and the final few are going to be fired from them as well. So they are soaking the majority of shots from the two temples, do a lot of damage against structures, and they're still not quite done with it, as they're now rotating slowly towards the top side, which the blue team is obviously mirroring in kind. And yeah, the hits are slowly coming. Hogger. Mirrodin was looking for the connect and he found only death. But they also wasted a lot of time trying to take him down, which they did. So now the final few shots get fired again by the red team. So it's a little bit of an interesting one. They lost in total 2 heroes during that fight, maybe now even a third. And yep, Jaina doesn't make it. But that's a lot of shots against structures. And Greymane is sneaking in for the Siege Giant camp, while here in the middle, the mercenaries have done some more damage towards the fort. So they're now trying to counter push at the top, and they do it with quite a lot of success. They break through the wall. But let's see what Greymane can do. He takes it before Hogger can arrive. The Siege Giant stolen away, trying to claim it here. Hogger is spinning, and Greymane is going to be able to get out. At the top, they saved the day too. They're not going to lose the fort here. But this is a wild one. Now, down here, the Siege Giants are obviously doing even more damage now, and Hogger has to take them down. Pushes them straight into range of the fort itself. But structurally, the red team has clearly pulled ahead a little bit. On the experience, it's a different story though. The blue team is about to hit level 10, so maybe they can use that heroic ability to close the structural gap a bit more. Not a huge window, but again, no invade at the top right either. No surprises with the ult so far. Cocoon is in, Shockwave over Hoarder pulled for Hogger. And Greymane still down at the bottom of the map and potentially starting to make moves again for that bottom fort. And Hogger will have to rotate in order to match that. Now, with level 10 abilities, we're also getting Starfall now. Mirrodin went into additional sustain with Avatar, thankfully. And we have Go for the Throat here. But everybody is moving towards the topside fight once more. As Inubarak jumps out, Expulsion Zone is in. D.Va, and they're gonna be fine here. Yeah, even the Stormbolt connecting the stun against Zarya, but not enough damage from the explosion to give them a kill here. So yeah, that didn't happen. But we still got 3 kills to 3. Game number 1, again, best of 3 series here in the group stage of the tournament, which is of course going to funnel straight into the final tournament eventually. We have 4 groups in total. Zarya goes down, and again a small push from the red team, as Hogger has been getting a lot of experience for Team Lena doesn't know by rotating between the middle and the bot lane. Now it's time for D.Va to attempt and match that. Quest gets completed for Jaina. Only one Jaina. Jaina on the blue team side, who is ahead in damage. So blue team's Jaina is currently doing a bit better here on the damage numbers. Stun into stun attempt, which by the way missed, but they nearly went for Nubrak. There's the ice block, but still Greymane, Mirrodin, Jaina all down. It's a triple, baby! And the holy chicken gets immediately pinged, and for good reason, because that was nicely done here. They were the ones initially engaging, and then that little disaster happened. The root on the ground, all of the CC from Jaina herself, and then she comes in with the damage and drops all 3 of them. So that might have just reset the game in their favor. It's a fight over the altar down at the bottom. Hogger against D.Va, and D.Va decides that it's time to move out, especially with Zarya now moving into. She will have to hightail it out of there. So yeah, won't be able to do a whole lot here. This is getting really interesting. 6 kills to 4. No fort has been destroyed yet, but basically all of them have been damaged. So yeah, this is still not going to take it out. Extremely close though. But they're all trying to now get that bit of momentum that would just push them so far ahead that they can start to snowball things a little bit. Not quite there yet. But the experience lead increases for the blue team. They are now on level 13 already. They got the extra talent. I'm just waiting for one of the teams to roll the dice, go for the boss, and then being punished for it. That's usually how Sky Temple goes in the amateur scene. So 13 on both sides now. Quickening Blessing is ready. There's the healing static as already suspected. So the sustain with the double clap for Muradin. And off we go to a potential next fight. Water Elemental is out. They're taking the Siege Giants out with success. No rotation from either Hogga or D.Va. Both of them still very much so centered and focused onto those lanes. But Siege Giants are again taken. And there is a little bit more respect in the air from the two teams now. They're still eager to fight, but nobody wants to risk too much here. I like how the blue team is also keeping Hogga just continuously on these side lanes and making the rotation happen. He's now being matched by D.Va, but this was essentially going on for the entire duration of the game up to this point. So nicely done, and always looking in for that extra XP, which is also reflected, of course, in the minion experience. I mean, if you compare the two teams here, it is quite obvious that Hogga did the better job here, just generally speaking. Muradin jumps out and makes it. Cocoon on Tyrande though, but nobody seems to care. Tyrande is able to walk away with the help of the Quickening Blessing. Muradin with the ult. That could have backfired pretty heavily. If they just move back from greeting from Muradin and go for the sure kill on Tyrande, they could have taken out. Now it's the opposite. We have Zarya going down, so that's a problem. She's eliminated. Again, the move for Anubarak. And it's Muradin. Malfurion that dies first. The old geezer with the green hair, the male Karen, goes down. That's, yeah, kill number 6 for Griefers Don't Know. And we have now 6 kills to 6 with a fort about to be destroyed at the bottom left. Now, the blue team has already eliminated one, but now we are basically even in structures once again. Here comes the jump onto Tyrande in the backline. Muradin gets murdered as well. Not too bad. Muradin down. Nicely done, just as the temples are coming up. And how is the blue team now going to play for those? They got the 5-man on the map now. I mean, first of all, the fort at the top gets destroyed because D.Va just takes the shots here. And fires a lot into the middle as well. That could cost the blue team another fort. D.Va is taking way more than I thought. Nobody's moving in for this. Nobody's moving for the bottom of the map either, by the way. They got level 16 talents now. The blue team. Gives us Numbing Blast. This is close. This is really close. It's another fort that gets destroyed, of course. The blue team is eliminating the top. But they are slightly behind in structures now. Their mid fort is way lower than what we're seeing from the other team. And now that Tyrande has started to take control over the bottom temple, the mid lane fort has been destroyed. So this one's gone. We have now with level 16 Greymane with Alpha Killer. Already went into the Unfettered Assault. So, yeah, they're now moving straight onto the next potential fight, this time around the Siege Giants here at the bottom left. And the blue team seems to be willing to give them up. Or are they? Now that Anubarak is coming in, they're willing to fight for it, and that's going to be a huge battle. There's the explosion from D.Va. Muradin is dead already. Blue team got a kill, took the camp, but they lost Zarya in the process. Greymane and Jaina, it's a deadly duo when they can sync up their damage, but they went a bit too deep, and Greymane gets murdered. Greymane gets killed, absolutely crushed as Anubarak connects the stun. Good for him. Jaina still retreating here. Blue team on the move, and we still have a few shots left at the bottom of the map. And of course got the Siege Giants now moving through the bot lane as well. Blue team's Jaina with most damage, 53,000. So this is one of the things when you have these mirror matches happening with heroes being present on the same side. On the one hand, Jaina, 0 deaths so far. On the other hand, 3 times dead, 38,000 to 53,000. Taco, it's not really a crispy taco, it's a little bit on the soggy side. Whereas the Holy Chicken over here, I mean, the Dreadnought avatar already gave it away, or the Dreadlord. So, yeah. The chicken is reigning supreme when it comes to that comparison. Zarya, then again, she died already 4 times, same as Muradin. So both of them have already gone down quite a few times. Now, next move coming in. And we have the fight breaking out with Hogga still missing. So 5 versus 4 for a moment. But D.Va, again, was gone. Next attack, and here comes the shockwave. And Muradin, he's been shocked quite a bit. It's a shocking situation. So, yeah, he went in it, and then I was like, oh my god, that's shocking. And then he just died. Didn't even pop his avatar. Nice ice block, but that is only delaying the inevitable. Jaina on Jaina action. I would watch that movie. For sure. Maybe I can cast a role in it. But now that 2 are gone, I have a lot of experience in that particular field. Now that the 2 are gone though, Muradin and Jaina, we have the move for the boss, and I think this is really where things start to snowball a little bit. Team Leda doesn't know is doing good work here. That's a good... Oh, I like what Greyman is doing. He missed it! Doesn't get the vision and can't jump over. Unlucky, my friend. Was hoping for the cocktail to reveal the camp so he can jump over, and then he missed it and had to walk around it. That's a bit of a sad moment. I mean, they're still getting it, so good for him. Bottom of the map now, we have still that push going on with the extra sustain from Zarya. This could be problematic. Up at the top though, Hogger goes down, and you know what? With Greymane here, they should just counter push. Why even Hearth? Dude, like, anything that you're Hearth now, you're already too late. Just push back. Okay, my bad. Blue team already retreated. I suppose they saw that. And they have level 20. So, yeah. If the blue team would have kept pushing, then they should have just pushed at the top too. I think with Greymane there, would have made the difference. But, again, at the bottom, the keep is going to be saved by them returning. So, they made the right choice. Level 20 talents soon on both sides, and that's going to be an even one again. Win the mute now claimed. But that is a wild game. Even with the boss here. Little bit of a B-step to her. And then at some point D.Va realized, alright, I'm going to move back now. I don't want to get killed after all. I can't B-step in your face and then all of a sudden you take me down. That would take a little bit of the zing away that I was trying to present here. Now, Tyrande went straight into the shooting star. After Epicenter for Nubarok, we're now having it with Rewind. And our boy Greymane went into Tooth and Claw. So he's going to try and go a bit more melee mode here onto the opponent's team. I mean, to be fair, if he can go really deep and rip Jaina apart, for example, and maybe also Malfurion, they can still turn this game around. Greymane is currently at 34,000 damage. D.Va, by the way, is sitting at 52k. Greymane already moving in and immediately back out. Trying to be super mobile in situations right now. Jump in, get a couple of hits in, move out again. Single temple active, by the way. Muradin, this time with an early avatar, as they're going for Zarya, and... oh, she's dead. Even with the ult of Malfurion, Zarya is dead, and Malfurion is essentially wasting his ult here. Jaina gets immediately crushed by Greymane on his way out. So the blue team is losing hit points quickly. There's the Stormbolt connect. Maybe now the chance to go for Malfurion. Muradin is low, but Malfurion is dead. It's a double temple, by the way, not a single. But now that they have a 5 versus 3 on the map, the red team can definitely claim a few. It's a wild first game, seriously. This is insanely close, what we're seeing here. Jaina is absolutely carrying the blue team. She put the big boy pants on today and is now going for the huge backpack to carry everybody to victory, or at least that was the plan, but I'm not quite sure if it's possible anymore because the double temple control will result in the blue team now losing keeps. The red team is just too dominant on the objective at this point in time. Keep at the top side is going to fall for sure, and I think with the shots then centering towards the middle, there might be 2 keeps that get destroyed right now. It's actually pretty likely. I mean, shots coming in from every single angle, and yep, that's a second keep gone. So that's a lot of catapult pressure that Lena doesn't know has to deal with now. Siege Giants at the bottom of the map at least pose a threat to the keep of the red team. And ooh, D.Va down, but Hogger died too. So trade in deaths now that they move in for Nubarok. Oh, and he makes it. Okay, that was scary. If he dies, it's maybe lights out. The problem is really that Greymane is an absolute force to be reckoned with at this point. Not only against heroes, but also on structures, of course. If he at any point makes it onto the core and gets a little bit of time and space there, he's going to rip it to shreds. He has 53,000 damage at this point, which puts him into the 3rd highest damage number, just behind blue team's Jaina and D.Va. But yeah, we're 18 minutes in now, and these catapults spawning, these extra catapults spawning for the Griefers, they are going to be difficult to deal with. They're pinning the blue team down on the map, as you can already see. And he is on 12 stacks on his Wizened Duelist as well. So damage is gonna increase there. Siege Giants claimed. Blue team Siege Giants defeated, pushing the wave out. Boss up in another 40 seconds. This might actually be where the next fight centers around. We have a single temple in the middle. And there's still an entire wall standing. So that's something that the red team can technically even give up if they want to go for a different trade here. But as it stands right now, we're hitting the 20-minute mark. There's a few little... Oh, the Storm Bolt! And the trap hits. Shuts down on Hogger. He's dead. 5 versus 4. Well executed. Quick stun combo. Hunter's Mark on point. And then it's just a dead Fleabag. So Hogger is down. Doesn't even know what hit him. And that is a temple active. And now the blue team is in a shitty spot. There's a boss up on the map. There's an objective coming up. They already lost all of their keeps. They will lose this one too if they don't do anything about it. But what can they do exactly here? 12 kills to 12. And yeah, they are in a very, very tough spot right now. It's another 30 seconds until Hogger is back. Mirrodin is already jumping around, seeing if he can maybe isolate someone else. They check up on the boss. They got to. But the red team hasn't even tried to make a play for it. But this keep is going to get destroyed. And I think a few of the shots are even... Trying to go for D.Va. Alright. The root and D.Va is still fine. She makes it. D.Va makes it. Spoiler alert. The keep doesn't. A few more shots are going to be fired on the core directly. And the core is going to take some damage. Not a lot. But it is going to take a little bit of damage at least here. Actually, it might just not. Yeah, final few shots are in. 1%. It took some damage. It got scratched, okay? So, yeah. Resale value has dropped. Slightly scratched. Not brand new anymore. 12 kills to 12. And now the chance to turn it again. I mean, if the blue team gets a huge teamfight victory and a couple of kills, they can go through the bottom of the map, go for the keep, take it down, go for core. Let's not forget that. This isn't over yet. There's a huge lead now for the Griefers. But this is not over yet. You can come back into this. Specifically with the boss fight potentially there. But Hogger, not again! Hogger is reported for feeding. Clearly 4 reports for feeding coming in instantly. He's dead again. 2 deaths in a row. And that's the one that costs them the game. Jaina gets eliminated. Her first death as a result. Now they're chasing. They come in for Zarya. She's dead. 15 kills to 12. And that's going to be all she wrote. The keeps have already been destroyed. Now Greymane makes it onto the core. And he's just starting to rip it apart. They're going for Malfurion in the back. And with the body blocks, he is not able to escape the Nexus. He gets absolutely murdered. And that's that. Game number 1 goes to Griefers Don't Know as they eliminate the blue team of Sky Temple. Job well done as we're headed straight for game number 2. I hope all of you are enjoying the series so far and the games that we're currently having with the Spin to Win Cup. Guys, one quick thing before we're jumping into game number 2 of the series. We still have a sponsor here, and that is actually Holzkan. Holzkan has been a sponsor of the channel for quite some time, and it would be awesome if you guys could click the link in the description and check them out. They make watches, accessories, and a whole lot of other stuff. If you're following the live stream, then you've probably already encountered them at some point. I personally have 2 of their watches. I love their products. They're absolutely amazing. So if you're still looking for a Valentine's present, for example, I can heavily recommend them. Or if you just want to get something for yourself. Either way, even if you're not looking to go on a massive shopping spree right now, make sure that you click that link. It actually helps the channel, helps to keep all of the coverage here alive. So it would be awesome if you could click that real quickly. If you decide to get something for yourself, use the discount code. We have a pretty heavy one on the website for us right now. So again, heavy recommendation from me, but even if you're not looking for something, just clicking the link would already help. With that being said, enjoy game number 2. Map number 2, Griefers are in the lead right now, and Team Lena has now Azmodan, played by Halcon over here. Halcon, Halson, however you pronounce his name. The Holy Chicken on a Nubarak. We got Higo and Jaina. So they have a Nubarak and Jaina again. The RNG really gave them the same heroes, at least in some of the positions. We have Istron Chen, Suna is playing Karazim, and then over on the right side we get Grievous Don't Know with Nerf Valera playing High King's Quest on Varian, Shima on Garrosh, Swootsy on Deckard Kane, War Zeus on Thrall, and Taco on Suljin. So, the RNG gave them Azmodan. Azmodan and Jaina. It's another one of these situations where you're all of a sudden running basically 2 spellcasters. So you're running 2 heroes that are very cool on the pendant. Oh, look at that. Trash Lightning. 4th Thrall. I like it. Let's see if we can actually stack that. That would be a little bit wild. If you can stack Crash Lightning, you get lots of damage now. Lots of damage. So, a bit curious. Now, we have a lot of stuff that obviously needs to be stacked here. We're looking at Suljin with all of the auto attack damage he can do if you're getting good baseline connects here. We have Azmodan who's going to try and do the exact same thing. So, yeah, time will tell who's able to move into the late game with proper stacks. I mean, for now at least, Thrall hasn't been able to get anything. I guess once that we have fights at center a bit more around the altars, it's going to be a bit easier for him, I suppose, though. But now down at the bottom of the map, oh, that could have been first blood. It might still be first blood just for the other team. Yeah, Deckard Kane gets attacked and goes down faster than Joe Biden. So he's already dead. Jaina took him out and we have first blood in the game. 1 kill, 2-0. And for the blue team, obviously, an attempt at the redemption arc. They're going to try and come back into the series, tie this up. Force game number 3 now. Whereas we have, by the way, Beetle build now. So already the Legion of Beetles for Anubarak here. Azmodan still not getting any help. Getting no help here. And as I said 100 times in the past, if you have to stack alone with Azmodan, attack with your auto attack the base, the ranged minions in the back. The backline minions, and then after your frontline minions have done damage to the front line, you throw the orb and you try to get the stacks that way. In an ideal world, I don't understand honestly why Jaina is not rotating with Azmodan. They should rotate together, or you have Chen in, one of the two, doesn't really matter. Help Azmodan to stack, and then once that he stacks a little bit, all of a sudden you're going to be able to just sustain yourself on the lane much better. You're going to take the minion waves out, you're going to apply more pressure to your opponent. The way that they're currently doing it is just not really all that great. So it's tricky. I mean, it seems like right now they're trying a little bit more, but the coordination is not quite there. They get some for him, but it's not amazing. But they are starting to rotate together. So after missing out on some of the initial waves, I think the idea is at least now there. But it just feels like your execution is not quite where it needs to be. I at least appreciate the sentiment though, so they're at least trying. And that's already worth something. They're only sitting at 50, I don't think he got a lot out of the last rotation, but yeah. We got, by the way, the meme blades. Meme blades are in the house. Another attempt to make meme blades a thing. This is the one thing that I actually don't know about the tournament, is if you get Varian... So this is the one thing that I don't know. Somebody suggested the other day that if a team gets Varian in the off-lane role through spinning the wheel. I mean, again, for every single role that you have, for every single position within the team, you spin a wheel, and the wheel gives you then a hero. And the one thing that I actually don't know, and somebody asked that, and it could be true, is there is a chance that if you get Varian in a non-main tank position, that you have to play something else than Taunt. That you have to. That there is a rule within the tournament that I haven't found that makes it obligatory. I don't know if that's the case, because even if it's not the case, then these guys are just drunk. Because even if you're playing off-lane Varian, Taunt is still the best option. Even if he's not the main tank, go Taunt. We had Smash, we had Meme Blades, so yeah, now they're trying Meme Blades again. And we got Second Wind here, plus the High King's Quest. Let's see if it's successful this time. They got a well-rounded draft with lots of damage, generally speaking. The triple front line also helps, of course. But, yeah. It's still interesting to me that we see so many Smash and Meme Blades, so it might actually be a mandatory thing. I haven't seen any rule that would suggest that, but it's actually kind of wild. There's the, the connect on Chen. And the quick kill. That's 2 kills to 1 now. 78 stacks, by the way, for Azmodan. It's starting to get a little better. Again, it's still not great. But now with level 7, he's in a much better spot, you know, to get himself some stacks, and he does exactly that. Mass of Destruction could have been applied a bit better here too. Always hit for the middle to get the AoE value. Down at the bottom of the map though, with a bit of a follow-up from Karazim. They're aiming for Garrosh, but they cannot get the kill. Maelstrom weapon on level 7 for Thrall, so not going into Ancestral Wrath here, which we traditionally see. We still have the double swing with Arcanite access, potentially unleashed later, so he's stacking his level 7. We're in 11 stacks on the baseline, which means only 4, and the range increase is going to make it easier for him to get those stacks in the first place. Thrall has locked in 5 on his Crash Lightning, and there we go, that's a little bit better here. So get the connect and the hit. Even a bit of an assistance from Chen, but yeah, by now we have 100 stacks. So we're slowly getting to a point where Azmodan is becoming more and more useful and can contribute. It has slowed down compared to game number 1. Level 10 ability is now nearly ready for both of the teams. And yeah, this is now the altar at the bottom of the map that everybody is going to be fighting for. It's the only one that we have here. Ults are out for one team, and immediately that small, tiny window is used to attempt and get a kill. Karazim is able to jump out. Now both teams have level 10. Azmodan already with the Demonic Invasion up on the top as Thrall gets killed down here. Varian is trying, of course, to stop Azmodan, but the Demonic Invasion still hasn't been used there either. Azmodan might still do it, but he's also going to die for it. So yeah, Suljin dies at the bottom, Azmodan dies at the top. Now they're going straight with a ring in for Garrosh, and they kill him too. 4 kills, 2-3, and the altar goes to the blue team, who draw even in shots now with the Griefers. So yeah, decent for them. Some damage at the top side bell tower. It's always the thing. If you're going for the Demonic Invasion Azmodan, the whole idea is, of course, just like side lane, split push as much as you can. Try and go in with your ult, drop that quickly, and take them out then. We got the Wandering Keg now for Chen. 122 stacks now on Azmodan's side. And Varian is starting to ramp this up slowly. There's not a whole lot of stuns, there's a couple against the red team, so Varian can with Twin Blades actually get some damage through. Thrall is struggling to get his stacks together on level 1, as you can see. We're already 7 minutes in and he only has 7. So he got 1 single stack per minute. Suljin is doing a little bit better here. Is currently sitting at 18 and has also some for his level 7. So if he makes it to 30, he's going to rank up the stacks for his level 7 talent so much faster. Thrall goes down again. They couldn't even get the counter kill against Holy Chicken on Anubarak, which was right there for the taking. But at least Suljin is able to stack. So that's already big. Suljin is getting a lot right now, sitting at 26. And 21 for his level 7 talent. That is going to become a problem in the later stages of the game. He's already top damage. Already at 27,000. Eclipsing everyone else by a huge margin. Thrall got himself a few additional stacks. Not a lot, but he also died twice. So Suljin is currently quite happy with this. And even without the double swing on the Arcanite access, he has some okay stacks on his level 7. So give him another fight or two and he is going to start becoming a huge problem for the red team, for the blue team. And of course, we have now Thrall that can become a huge threat in the late game. We have Suljin, and then you're also talking about Varian with Meme Blades, who you also have to focus down properly, or he is actually going to give you value. Suljin got another kill against Jaina, and gets more shots in here as well, which means he gets closer and closer to his quest completion on the baseline. And the blue team is struggling a bit. I love how they immediately go for boss here. Jaina is dead. We're only 8-9 minutes into the game. Death timers are low, and they're like, yeah, we don't care. Chen doesn't have the keg anymore, so he can't become a problem. The better safe than sorry ult from Deckard Cain. Either that or he just fat-fingered it. I don't know what exactly happened, but apparently they wanted to make sure that they get those 4 shots, and well, they succeeded. So now we have 28 stacks for Suljin. Again, really eyeing that for completion. Thrall has now 20 on level 7 and has on level 13 gone into Grace of Air. So definitely an alternative build that we're getting from Thrall at this point. As Suljin gets attacked again, As they jump on him, he might even have to use his ult. Right now, he is still able to get some auto attacks out. And Ice, oh, now gets the heal. He was thinking about using Tastingo there, but didn't have to. 29 stacks for him. He is going to become a huge problem. Yeah, he's at 31 stacks on his level 7. He's going to hit 30 any moment, so he gets a double swing. With how clustered these fights are, he is going to get a lot of value out of this. His damage output is already strong. And we are progressing farther and farther into the late game. We're now 10 minutes into the game. Suljin will be an issue. They got to deal with it somehow. Blow him up quickly before he hits his ult. This is not going to be easy. The double spellcaster combo doesn't help the blue team. They're not coordinating it well enough to get those kills out. They have a lot of burst damage, but they need to properly connect it if they want to have a chance. Now at least they get this counter pressure style at the top. Yeah, there's the kill against Varian. They also got the bell tower converted, so that's kind of nice. If you use that demonic invasion over and over again, you get at least that, so they can execute a red Dota style against their opponent and just try to win the bell tower game. They're losing the altar, but it's only 3 shots fired. Still pops them down to 21. But the blue team has the lead in experience. They're closing in on level 16. You can tell, though, that they're starting to struggle in those team fights. And they don't want to take them anymore. For multiple reasons. They don't want to give stacks to the opponent, but they're also waiting for better situations there for themselves. And yeah, Suljin, any second, is going to be done. Here it is, 11 minutes in. Quest completed. He can still stack the auto attacks, but the level 7 specifically is now going to do damage. And a lot. They're chunking down Karazim. Take him apart. Try and follow up with the second, but they're losing Garrosh. Fight is not quite over yet though, but you can already see that Suljin's damage is spiking. He's at 42,000. He added a lot in the last fight alone, and he will be the biggest problem for the blue team in the late game. I mean, yeah, just here alone, Chen is struggling already. They jump on Thrall and take him down, but they need to accelerate this game a little bit, and that's what Asmodan is trying to do. He went into the middle, has another demonic invasion in just a second, and is going to be able to take that bell tower down if he uses his ult here. But doesn't want to stay and doesn't need to, because the minion wave is enough to drop the structure. So Varian is just whacking away at the top as he's trying to take the bell tower back, so that at least they're trading. But it's still a 5 versus 3 situation in favor of the blue team. So this is the saving grace for them right now. This is what they're trying to play for. Thrall is on 13 stacks for his level 1. He's at nearly 30,000 damage, which puts him actually into the second highest damage dealer place in the game. Despite the deaths that he had and the problems stacking his level 1, even without the targeting, he's already second highest damage. Fighting for that spot with Chen currently. But yeah, Thrall with the Sundering here. Jaina still able to escape though. 5 shots fired against 3, but they're going for the fight, trying to claim the altar at the top left now. There's the flip against Asmodan. He's not going to get out of this. He's too slow, too fat, gets targeted, and makes it because Chen comes in with a barrel. Great save. Jaina is dead though. Jaina died, and maybe Chen is also going to fall. Yep, that's just too many auto attacks from Suljin. And then the level 7 came through too. The stacks keep rising. Also for Thrall, by the way, which is a bigger problem. So right now, 15 points to 23 as they got the altar. 7 kills to 8 now. And again, Thrall needs another 13. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to complete that, but with every single stack that he gets, it already increases the damage output that he has. And then once he reaches the 30, he's going to just go bananas on damage, because you can poke the opponent down super easily. The hero prioritization on the ult is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Hello? And apparently, Varian just meme-striked his way to victory. He completed the High King's quest and is now just trying to go completely ham on them. They have again, they don't have a lot of stuns. They have some tools that they can use, but Varian is starting to come in with decent damage. He gets killed, but he has 41,000 damage right now. He's the second highest damage dealer in the game at this point, just behind Suljin. So Meme Blade Varian, we might have our first win for a Meme Blade Varian. He got played how many times? 3 times, 4 times in this tournament that we've seen so far? Lost every single game, but now this might be the one. You can of course always argue, if they win, if he's really the one that contributed massively to the victory or not. But still. And Nubarak, on the other hand, is the only one that hasn't died yet. Just saying. And Nubarak hasn't died yet. He's the only one. Currency is on. Baldy gets killed. And they're trying to isolate Suljin. Good luck with that. He can still get his ult out. Doesn't even have to. But did. Yeah, better safe than sorry. 64,000 damage for him now. And it's only gonna get worse from him. Yeah, Deckard Cain waddles away. Yeah, another hit from Asmadan, but it's not enough. Thrall is at the bottom of the map, is already getting the channel on the altar, so that's another 5 shots fired because now the bell tower situation has swapped. Now it's the red team that controls 5 of them. They are really controlling the flow of the game. Oh, and Garrosh makes it! Chen, Jaina, and Anubarak are all dead, but somehow Garrosh was able to get out of the fight. Nuts. Yeah, and this is a kill against Asmadan. Another 5 shots fired, and that's the core down to 5 points. We're in the single digits right now after that huge battle here. Boss is up on the map, by the way, so they can now go up there immediately and drop the opponent down to a single point. I was actually thinking about Varian trying to go for a solo here, but he didn't, so they're gonna go for full barrage if they can. Level 20 talents are ready, and with the attack in the middle, they're definitely gonna get the bell tower conversion here. And Varian embraces it, the frenzy on level 20. Hell yeah, let's go. They want the barrage, and I think they can get it. A couple of heroes move down to the bottom of the map to prevent Karazim from trying even to take it back here. And Varian just hit after hit, but I think this might be game. I would have loved to see a few more fights with Varian really in full power with level 20 talents, but the shots are being fired and this looks like it's going to be the end of it. They need to focus on the structures more than the heroes. If they don't do that, then the game's over. They kill Garrosh, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 3 shots is all that they need. 1 already connects. They might just make it! Drop it! No, the boss has been taken too. Checkmate and GG as the Griefers win the series with a 2-0. Nicely done.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.